So I was having this conversation with one of my boys. We talk a lot about crypto because I follow crypto, pretty closely. And something that he brought up that I had not even thought about. We were on the topic of Bitcoin, just because uh, I believe Bitcoin to be the best thing going forward in the future in terms of as an asset. Um, and he just brought up the simple fact. He was reading an article about the toxicity of Bitcoin mining and how the negative impacts it has on the environment. The electricity it uses, the fossil fuels, the things that, when it's a quote from the article, I believe, in 2020 to 2021, when Bitcoin saw like a 400% increase, it also released like 140% of like toxicity into the environment. Where whether that was like fossil fuels or carbon. I can't think of the carbon word I'm thinking about, but it just talked about how to actually the Bitcoin mining process uses a lot of energy, and to combat all the energy that it used during that mining cycle, or excuse me, during that halving of 2020, it would take 3.9 billion trees to be planted to kind of overdo or override the negative impacts that Bitcoin had on the environment. And I found that to be very interesting because this entire time, people in this crypto space are more so thinking about ways they can gain money and return on their investment, how they could turn $1 to $2, et cetera, et cetera. And it never crossed my mind about the whole process of mining. So that made me ponder on the question of, okay, how can we make this process better? How can we divert more resources and energy to trying to make this Bitcoin mining process better for the environment? Uh, and that just brought me back to my initial, what I was telling my friend in the conversation was the government prints money every day. It prints money at an alarming rate, and printing money is not good for the environment. So I think that maybe if we, instead of just like trying to figure out ways in the Bitcoin space and not even thinking about the current exchange that we're using today, that uh, we've devoted value to, if we just adopted Bitcoin into our exchange system and we just said forget the dollars and everything just transitioned into Bitcoin, I think that having all the amount of resources, the amount of attention devoted to Bitcoin, it could help produce something that was more beneficial for the environment. And because printing money is not good for the environment. So I believe that Bitcoin is inevitable. It's not a matter of if it's going to happen. It's just more so a matter of time of when. Because when you have something that is only a finite amount of it, there's not like they can go out there and create another Bitcoin. There's only 21 million. There's only a certain specific number amount of it. So since they can't just create another like X, they can't just create 20 more million Bitcoin. Ultimately, that gives it its power because the system took a downturn in 1971 when the American dollar debunked from gold, and we just everything is backed by the American dollar, but the American dollar is not backed by anything. So they just keep on making money, putting all these money into the market, and that's how inflation works, and that's how costs of goods go up and prices of houses, etc. That's how everything just keeps on rising because they keep on putting more and more and more money into the environment. So if we moved away from that system of getting rid of the whole printing process and adopted Bitcoin to be, not only would it save trees from all the printing, it would also help our system too. It would help, I think, get out of this natural born way of thinking of debt. People swiping their credit cards, not paying, robbing Peter to pay Paul. You max out your credit card and then you open up another credit card so that way you keep on spending more money without, getting your credit card bill paid for. It's a whole endless cycle. Like the United States being trillions of dollars in debt, they're never coming out. It's just going to keep on getting worse and worse and worse. Um, sorry, I just went on a little tangent there, but my whole thought process, I'm not really too knowledgeable on the specific Bitcoin mining process and how the intricacies of how it really works. But my whole idea is just thinking like, okay, if we just started to accept it and adopt it into our system, I think that with, multiple heads involved in trying to make, a better environment, it's definitely possible. It's like cars. Cars were made with gas, and then we got electric vehicles. Or it's like phones. Phones were, you had landlines, and then you had a wireless phone. Like throughout the course of time, we keep on getting better at producing things. Before you used to have to plug in your phone to play music. You had an aux cord, but then there was Bluetooth. And then within that Bluetooth, you can have speakers connect to your phone, multiple different speakers playing the same music. So it goes on and on and on in terms of the way we can actually produce things and make them better. In terms of what that looks like, I'm not sure. But I know over the course of time, if we just accepted Bitcoin for what it is and we started using it as our exchange process, saying that, hey, you can actually pay with Bitcoin. If everybody adopted this system around the world, I think that will ultimately make a better impact. So let me know what you guys think. If you are into Bitcoin, if you follow this, whatever, let me know. Like, comment, subscribe, share. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. This is Maul Takes. Peace out.